everybody, and welcome to St. Clair Saints Rocket League. My name is Jackson Fry Brown here tonight, joined alongside Nicholas Kermit Malosh. How are you doing tonight, Nicholas?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. And, especially with this upcoming match, it's going to be Clash of the Titans. It's a huge match. After I talked to a few players there over in the nest, over in the other room, it's looking like a big matchup against Bay State College.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. This is going to be NECC preseason, so we're still in the preseason side of things. This is not really advanced the regular season yet, but this is going to be the final preseason game for the St. Clair Gold roster. And yeah, as we were saying, we were talking to these players in the nest here before this game actually begun, or before we're actually on the mics. And it actually is going to be Bay State, who is a very, very strong contender, more than what I actually anticipated coming in to the casting booth here tonight. And it sounds like the St. Clair roster is definitely going to have a tough time going up against this Bay State roster here tonight. They did not play throughout the summer series because of one of their players having a car accident throughout the summer there, or the end of spring, whatnot. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're here now, they're ready to play, and this is going to be some great competition, some great practice for the St. Clair Saints roster.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, if you're a Saints fan, you're probably happy that it is preseason. But again, this is so much practice, and this team, they've been playing some pretty big teams and like RLCS competitors. So again, it's a huge matchup, and I mean, Saints, it's going to be tough, but I think we can go to the distance.
Yeah, I mean, not even them just taking on RLCS competitors, more of them dropping games on pro teams, right? That's the big difference here right now between this collegiate roster and the St. Clair Saints Gold collegiate roster. And, I mean, hey, the Gold roster, they've definitely proved themselves worthy, though. So, if you want any roster to play this Bay State roster right now, it's going to be your St. Clair Saints. They've come through. They have won so many leagues this summer. They've placed top 4 in the CCA. So, I think this is their time to shine. This is their time. I mean, it's a great opportunity. If they can come out with a W here tonight, it'll really shock the world.
Yeah, and like you were saying, we did win the AVGL or OCRS, my bad, and then top 3 and top 4 in those other AVGL and CCA. So again, moving forward, that's got to be huge momentum. Like you're top 4 consistently, and then also top 4 in the other tournaments, the TELUS Cup, the Bell Cup, and all that. So you got a lot of momentum going into tonight, and I think you have a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there on that one, Nicholas. So one thing I did just kind of want to touch on quick is, this roster has got a lot more summer experience than Bay State. So they do at least have a little bit, that chemistry there, that recent chemistry that they've played in the last few months, here together day in and day out. They grinded this summer. Here we are now in the regular season. They're all in the nest here and ready to go. I mean, I'd expect that maybe this in-person energy can fuel them, but Bay State also going to be an in-person roster here right now. So this is really going to be a great little battle. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone over at Bay State, they're fired up about this game. This is going to be some good competition for them here. And then St. Clair Saints Gold is feeling the same way. If you guys aren't familiar, if you haven't tuned in a lot for our Rocket League streams throughout the summertime or whatnot, let's go over the roster quick there. This St. Clair Saints Gold roster is going to consist of Comp, Spoods, and then it'll also be Jay. And then we got Coach Mike, and then we got Fusion as a substitute. So that's going to be your full breakdown there of that roster. I'm not 100% familiar completely with Bay States right now off the top of my head, but we're going to see that in game here in just a few seconds. We are starting any time now here. Kermit, you got any more words for me here?
I did do some research earlier today, and I have talked to Coach Mike and couldn't really find the rosters. Tried digging in their Twitter, maybe trying to find a Discord channel. But again, it's definitely something else that you can't find the roster, so we have no idea what to expect. I don't know the players, so it could be a huge surprise on who's actually on the team, and it should be very exciting.
I'm going to completely agree with you on that one. And oh my goodness, it looks like we're going right from that and right into a game. So let's get underway, everybody. It's going to be your St. Clair Saints versus Bay State College. And that's an early goal from NECC after Bay State College going to be going up 1-0 here, just 11 seconds into this matchup. Nicholas, how are you feeling about this one?
Oh, man, just like that. I mean, he passed it to himself. He got his own rebound, and it's just looking very well. And, oh, man, Again, it's we have some stuff happening right now. Can't really. Oh, and we're back, I guess.
There we go. 16 seconds in. We're back, and Co-op answers with another goal. It seems as every time we turn the stream on, a player scores. So now a 1-1 scoreline is what we're looking at here. 18 seconds into this game. I mean, is this going to set the tone for the series? Is this what we're going to see, Nick?
Man, if it's back-to-back like this, you never know. It could be a goal-fueled series, or it could be just a part of the early on game, trying to figure out opponents and, trying to calm down, get your blood cool a little bit and, play your best game. Get that chemistry working.
Yeah, I'm going to completely agree with you on that one. So a lot of players making their advances towards around, midfield, the corners, whatnot, all making their own plays here. It's actually going to be some shots looking to come through for the side of Bay State. This ball just floating right around in the net right now. That is going to be some connection made for El Mar Diablo. And that's a tough one to say. That's definitely a tough one to say. So about a minute into this one and a battle in the corner, but he's going to come out with it. And that is a nice little shot on net. Actually, will anybody be there to save it? Yes, Jay going to shut that one down. And now a 1-1 scoreline is still what we are looking at here.
What I'm really liking out of Bay State right now is their commitment to the 50-50s. Even though if they lose one, they're still 100% committing to it. And I really think that's how they get this opportunity. And False is going to put them back in the lead.
Yeah, that's a big goal for the side of Bay State right now. Just Falls getting the better opportunity. Nice little angle. That's a tough angle to score from. And then you also do see that one other player from Bay State. He actually will clear out the net of St. Clair. He's really bumping that goalie there, making it so it's unable to save the ball. And it's going to result in a Bay State goal. Now, 2-1 is the scoreline we're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's pretty back and forth game. Both had their opportunities already, and both commitments from each team has been very good, as this is just going to settle in front of the Bay State net, and just nobody quite there to do anything. Saints trying to do something, but again, it's cleared out, and Bay State's trying to build a bigger lead, trying to build a cushion.
Yeah, so now it's going to be that 2-1 lead still here in play. And, I mean, at this point in time, the pressure needs to come on for the Saints. Nice little shot there, just going to be a little bit too low. This ball now, once again, floating out through the mid, and it's going to go over for Comp. He's going to connect onto that one. He's looking to play it off in the corner, but it's not going to work out for him. Spoods now playing this one out of the corner as well. A demo, a big one at that. That's going to take Falls off the play, but a shot on net maybe not going to be the case. And this is now going to be Spoods wrapping around, playing it for it in the corner. This ball could be a shot for NECC, and it will, but Comp with a better save.
That was a huge save by Comp, but I mean, that read from the roof is just unbelievable, and it almost gives them another shot at building that bigger lead. But Saints on the defensive end trying their best to keep it a 1-goal game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there on that one. So here we go, Spoods there. Oh my goodness, nice little shot, but NECC there for the save. It's really going to benefit the side of Bay State there throughout that play. Now, over half of the game has been progressed. It's going to be Comp and the rest of the guys over at St. Clair are trying to get an answer back here, at least even up the score line and put yourselves in a winning position. But right now, Spoods going to be a man on a mission, but it's not going to work out. He will get stopped by one of the Bay State players.
Bay State not letting Saints use their fourth player, which, I mean, is common when you get to this high of a skilled competition. And again, it's they got to figure it out a little bit more, maybe take to the air, but everything that they try to do, Bay State is committing 100%, and that's on the goal line.
Wow.
I believe that was Spoods with a big save, and keeps it a 1-goal lead as there's a minute 40 left in this game.
Yeah, that was a massive save from Spoods coming through there. And it's really going to allow, St. Clair to keep themselves in a position where this is winnable, rather than letting Bay State, go up 3-1, possibly leading up 4-1, etc. So it's good to keep this one close, at least right now, if you are from the St. Clair Saints, and at least provide yourself an opportunity. So as soon as you find a goal right now, you're at least guaranteeing yourself some sort of overtime there. So, a goal is definitely going to need to come through here from St. Clair in the next little bit.
Yeah, they definitely need to score if they want to keep something going. I mean, again, losing game one's not overly bad, but it's game two if you lose. Yeah. It puts you in a huge disadvantage, as that put the series on Bay State's side. So you have 60 seconds remaining, trying to find something here. They're going to have an opportunity, but that's going to be NECC with a save, and that's going to be center, but Omar gets a save. And
yeah, that's actually... Bay State is they're playing some really nice rotations here tonight to always allow for somebody to be there to play the net position, and that's really big, because if there's somebody in net, I mean, it's so hard at this level of competition, as you were just saying about the list level of competition earlier. It's so hard to score on somebody when there's somebody just sitting there in the net. You really have to do something to diverse them away from the play or something along those lines. So it's going to be tough there for the Saints, but this is a great opportunity from Jay. He will bring it into that Bay State side, and now trying to play off it. There's not a lot of time remaining. You have 15 seconds, but Spoods gonna find it. That's a 2-2 game. Your St. Clair Saints will tie this one with just 13 seconds remaining in a big, big fashion. Game one could still now go in the way of the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, it's anybody's game. You have 13 seconds left. Is there going to be a kickoff goal, or are we going to see overtime? Oh, to start this off with overtime, I think that's what you're asking for. But Spoots going to get off the backboard, but it's not there. Ball's still up in the air. Jay,
it's a full commit.
Comp with 3 seconds left.
That is so nuts. 3 seconds and Comp will find the goal. I am standing up out of my seat there for a second. And they full commit, and I completely agree with the play. At that point in time, you are literally all or nothing. I know Danners is probably turning us down here right now, but it's literally an all or nothing commit at that point if you are from the side of St. Clair. 3 players all making their way onto it. Now, the ball touches the ground. The game is over. I thought it was it there. Falls, keeping it up, but that's going to go to the ground, and your St. Clair Saints will take game 1 against Bay State.
Oh, my. I don't know if you could ask for a better ending to that if you're a Saints fan. That is just absolutely phenomenal ending. And I mean, what else can
that was
speechless.
I'm speechless, man. That was a great goal. And as we were talking, you know, full commits have definitely hurt St. Clair in the past. But when you're looking at the clock and you see 3 seconds left with a tie game and the ball is bouncing right in front of their net, you have to commit for that. You're going to bring in the triple commit. You're going to play off of it. Worked out perfectly there for the Saints. You can definitely tell they're going to be static about that play here. But they're just immediately focusing right up. You don't have a lot of time to enjoy that little, you know, victory there. You got to jump right into game 2 and do it again. But a big game 1 win there at that for the side of St. Clair, because now this game 2 is so big for the side of Bay State.
Absolutely. If St. Clair, again, pulls something off like that and pulls off with a lead, that is huge for them. But, again, going back, that 50-50 commit from Jay to actually tie the game, he gets the assist, is unbelievable, and that's what they have to do against this team. They have to 100% commit to everything they go for.
I'm going to completely agree with you once again here tonight, Nicholas. And it's now going to put us, 30 seconds into this game number 2. Obviously, still 0-0 scorelines. A little bit more slow starting. Great shot there. I think that was from NECC. Or maybe it was actually from the side of the Saints. But it's going to actually result in just hitting that top left corner there. Another great shot from Spoods, but Falls going to be there to stop that one from going through. So now it's the pressure from St. Clair's there. They're playing this one very offensively, and they're playing quite well. St. Clair really putting themselves up to the challenge here tonight against a strong Bay State squad.
Yeah, and I really love the aggression that St. Clair's come out with. I don't think they started out with it as much as they learned to do, because they're like, oh, Bay State, this team is super aggressive. They're pushing everything, and they're committing. We got to do the same thing, and it's worked out for them.
Yeah, they just need to use the confidence they have from, being a dominant collegiate team throughout the summer. And oh my God, they're mad. They're mad that one didn't go in. That was a great lineup for Jay, just not able to connect. Hopefully you can, play off of it here. Now there's another great connection, but just not enough speed on that one to go through. They're having some great opportunities, but now no one in goal. This could result in something scary, but that will be Spoot setting it to the corner. Comp now looking to play the clear. Falls actually not able to get to it. But, man, this could definitely be a 1-0, 2-0 game for St. Clair. But as we were saying, you got to keep that confidence in you if you're St. Clair. You've played very offensively aggressive against every other team. You have to keep doing it. It's what's been winning you these games. Just stay confident about it and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and their confidence, I honestly think they do have a little bit of advantage from playing all these summer series
for sure.
leagues throughout the summer. And their schedule was super busy, as you could tell on the Saints stream, and even that's not on the stream, they had tournaments. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing there, but that is a huge save from Spoods. And, the offensive attack from Bay State is going to start.
And that was a fast-paced shot. That was definitely going a minimum of 80 kilometers an hour off the car there. And now it's still keeping us at a stalemate 0-0. At the beginning of last game, we had 2 goals in the first 20 seconds or so. I was like, oh, this might set the tempo for the game, but not the case. 2.5 minutes into this game number 2, and we are still scoreless, everyone. It's going to be Comp now trying to make a play in the corner, but there's a great shot. Net Spoots has been a lifesaver in front of the net and on the offense, but he's not going to be able to find that one. That is going to be Elo Mardiablo. Going to find that one from the side of BSC, and they're going to result in taking a 1-0 lead here, 2 minutes and 45 seconds into this matchup.
Yeah, that's just a beautiful commit there, and I mean, he read the bounce perfectly. You couldn't ask for much more. That's exactly what you want to do if you're Bay State, get a lead. It's already over halfway through the game. That was a great shot by Comp, but a little bit too easy. If you were wishful thinking, I mean, there's always that thing. That's going to be a center, but Comp's there to clear it away.
And thank goodness Comp was there to clear that away, because I was getting quite concerned there, and that's actually a nice little open net there, but Falls coming from out of nowhere, going to be in there to find that save. Now, Spoods playing the one-on-one defense here is actually able to center it out a little bit more, and Comp is able to retrieve it and send it to the side of BSC's corner. And now it's going to be Jay now looking to play this one and putting it a little bit off the rebound, but that's going to be NECC there to kick it away. And now, with a minute 35 remaining, your St. Clair Saints have to answer back here once again. We saw... Oh my god.
He just scored on his own net.
He just scored on his own goal. That was Comp just sent it up. Okay. Hits the backboard. And yeah, falls. Didn't mean to hit it. He just aerialed into the ground.
I think
if you're St. Clair, you just won the lottery.
Yeah. I honestly think he wasn't committing to it because his teammate, that was a double commit on that ball, which I think ended up putting it in the net and tying this game for St. Clair.
And a massive tie game, because now a 1-1 scoreline basically puts us back at the stalemate position we were up just moments ago, and gives St. Clair another chance to, really come through with the win here. They did it last time around in a very similar position to this. Can you do it again? Spoods being the lifesaver in front of the net here once again. It seems as if he's always the last line of defense.
Yeah, he's got 3 saves already. That's not a good bounce, and another save by Jay.
A big one at that.
Spoods is going to get it clear here. Oh, couldn't get the double touch, but Comp going to try and do something here. Try to clear it out. Calm down a little bit, and, you're down to 50 seconds left in this game. Still anybody's game.
At that point in time, they're just trying to get it out of their zone and transfer this defensive play style into an offensive play. And they do just that. They do get it into that Bay State goal line. Can you play off of it, though? That's the thing. They got to get their boost. They got to get the right setup. They got to move some of the Bay State players out away from the net. And it's such a tall task to do. They weren't able to really find anything, but it's going to be Comp staying right back into that enemy territory. But Elomar Diablo will be there to save it.
Yeah, and Jay committing for this. That's going to drop down in a big save by Falls to keep it a 1-1 game. We're coming down to 15 seconds left, and, this could be our first overtime.
I completely agree there. Once again, and that is now just 7 seconds. Anything can happen. We saw it there last game, but at this point in time, the clock is ticking down. They got to keep it in the air now if they want to keep it in regular, but that's not what's going to happen. We're going to overtime, and the rest of the guys here in this lobby are looking to get started. Your St. Clair Saints and Bay State tied at 1-1. St. Clair currently leading the series 1-0.
Yeah, this is what we asked for. Every game to be close. That's what I asked for, at least a good series over a bad series, and St. Clair's showing up, and both teams are actually showing up. Everybody's been almost perfect, so, not much you can ask more for.
Yeah, it's been a great series so far, and I'm happy that we just see that continuing here tonight. We're about 30 seconds into overtime here now. It's going to be St. Clair on the offensive play. Comp being the last line of defense. He's on one-on-one against NECC, but Comp forces him towards the outside. It's going to allow his teammates to rotate back, but it also allows the side of Bay State to get in there as well. They do manage to get a shot on net, but not going to result in anything really special. But now this play from Falls could do just that, and that's exactly what it is. They use the rebound as the 4th player. St. Clair was out of position. Comp and Jay were way away from the ball. Spoots was the only line of defense. He wasn't able to stop the connection there. Comp was a little too low to stop the second shot, and it's going to result in Bay State finding a nice opening net there in game number 2 to tie this one up 1-1. Bay State not letting St. Clair get away with it easily.
If there's one thing I absolutely hate, that Bay State just did that. Boost starve the defense, and you have the offense all to yourself, and that's what led to that game-winning goal, and they just pulled that perfect. You can't ask for anything better, and the series is tied up at 1, and on to the next game, and it should be another great game.
Yeah, once again agreeing with you, and so yeah, it's going to be game number 2 getting started and underway here now. Both teams, they've been battling back and forth throughout this whole series. The battle is only going to continue. So we've had, 1-goal games, both our past games. One went to overtime, one finished 3 seconds left in regulation. So I would expect nothing less here in this game number 3.
Yeah, it's definitely, the blood's got to be a little bit boiling here. The anxiety is that's going to be in front of the net, and Jay's going to put that away to give the Saints a lead.
An opening goal 15 seconds in is massive there for your St. Clair Saints. We didn't see one for the first 2.5, 3 minutes there in that game number 2. To see one come through here with just 15 seconds through this game is huge. If they can follow up with another, or at least just shut down Bay State, for several minutes, this would continuously be massive for St. Clair.
Yeah, and I mean, Jay registered that flip reset, and that was absolutely gorgeous. So Saints need to play a little bit defense here, as Bay State does have a little bit of offensive pressure, trying to get something started, trying to get a tie game going and on the line. Jay's gonna have this, trying to pass it maybe, or he's gonna take it himself and he's gonna flick it.
Jay is just on something right now. You see him bring it right up through mid. He's like, nah, guys, I can solo this. Just the flick just puts so much last-minute speed on the ball and redirects it to a different direction and just puts it completely in a different place on the net. Good result in St. Clair Saints going up 2-0 here now. I believe both those initial goals are from Jay. And now that is going to really put the side of Bay State against the wall. Spoons was trying to find a flick as well. This is back on their net. And there's the redirect off the rebound. Comp finds one. St. Clair's going crazy right now. They find 3. You know they're getting fired up here in the nest. Let's go. 50 seconds in. 3 goals. Bay State with no answer.
Oh my. This is something. Saints are going off, and the rotations from Bay State are not quite there, so it's actually giving Saints a little bit of an advantage. Jay trying to get something going. Oh, looking for the hat trick. Not quite there, but you know, we've still got plenty of time to see that.
I think their confidence is definitely just risen, like, 200 right there. Like, it's massive there for them to all just, find goals like that, find some consecutive goals, and really just string them together. That gives them such a big lead in this game that it's going to be so hard for Bay State to crawl back. 2-goal cushions are fairly pretty good in games like this. To make it a third, I mean, that's just crazy.
It is crazy, but again, you still have 3.5 minutes left, so just over a minute per goal, minute 10 per goal. It's a lot of time. As I say that, Jay's going to be there for the save, but that was a huge stop by Omar.
Oh. Yeah, that's going to be a nice little opening there. Comp going to get a demo on a NECC. Jay really trying to make connection with that ball. He's got pretty much an open net. It's going to get followed up, and that's a nice shot, but falls. Going to be there to save the day. Comp with the rebound. Bar down. Comp has 2 of his own. That's going to be a 4-0 lead for the Saints. And they are just punishing the side of Bay State right now for these small mistakes. It is going to be a minute and 52 seconds in this game with 4 Saints goals, and it seems as if there is no pace of them slowing down.
Right now, I cannot see him slowing down anytime soon, and I was not expecting this kind of scoring here.
Dude, there's another! Spoons has a hat trick!
No, finally puts himself on the board.
Oh, that was Jay, I forgot. Oh my god, that's going to be him putting himself on the board. I'm losing it right now. Your St. Clair Saints up 5-0 in under 2 minutes. And all of them have goals here now. And then 2 are 1 away from hat tricks.
Maybe we'll see 2 hat tricks here this game. Maybe. I was not expecting this kind of scoring.
Need a hat trick from everybody on the team.
You know what? It's possible there's enough time. But
we're not even halfway through the game.
No, as Bay State trying to get something started, they definitely need something here. A goal. Or at least something to move on to the next game. Get a little bit of momentum and a little bit high there. And going to get a shot here, but Spoons is there to make a save. And, I mean, just like that, St. Clair's already rotating out, and you're going to have an opportunity here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there on that one here, Kermit. So, your St. Clair Saints now going to be looking to find, just, at this point, you just play defense and just, try to get this game going, move on to this game number 4 to keep your momentum. I mean, at this point in time, I feel like you want these 2 minutes to go by as fast as possible and just keep this momentum going into that game number 4, because I'm honestly tempted to say game 3 is locked up right now. I know it's not, but they have just such an advantage on it right now that it's going to be very difficult for Bay State. So at this point in time, if you're the Saints, you just want to keep this momentum as best you can and not allow Bay State to gain any. So St. Clair just been playing some defense here and trying to run the clock. But Jay going to find a nice little shot into the net there, and the net's off.
If that had a little bit more speed, I think that may have went in. I was not expecting that kind of redirect here, but I mean, they're playing defense. I don't think they're trying to score as much as you said. They just want the time to run out and move on to the next game. Try to attempt to end the series, as Bay State just needs 1 goal at least. Try to get a little bit of momentum, pull something out of this game.
Jay is just causing havoc right there in their zone. I mean, he was just dribbling the ball around, hitting players all over, and eventually it's just going to result in, this ball just being kind of stalemated in the corner. And, there's only 70 seconds remaining on the clock, so you're going to have to find a goal about every 12 seconds or so if you are from the side of Bay State. It's not going to be an easy task by any means. Spood's going to actually help put that one in from El Omar. An assist there as well coming through from one of their players, but Bay State going to find a goal here, at least putting themselves on the board, not allowing St. Clair to shut them out. But there's only a fifth of the game left, and they still have to find 4.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be tough. I mean, it's not your ideal situation, but I mean, if St. Clair keeps playing the way they are, I think that it's probably this game's over. But again, who knows? Maybe a huge upset comes out of nowhere and a couple of kickoff goals. But again, in order to get a kickoff goal, you need to score one. So
yeah, I mean, we've seen it before. Would not be surprised to see it again. But I think that's the nail in the coffin right there. I'm sorry. Personally, that's it for me. Your St. Clair Saints now up 6-1. I feel like at this point in time, I mean, it's just this game is just going to continue to just get played out for these 43 seconds. They're going to move on with their lives, and we're going to go into a game number 4.
Yeah, it's definitely they definitely surprised me with this game. I thought it was going to be like another overtime game or
for sure
another like 1-goal game, because that's how the other two went. Just mishappens for Bay State, unfortunately for them. But again, you know what? You forget about this game. You move on, and next game you win that. You bring the tie up the series, and then you're into Game 5, and it's anybody's series.
Yeah, personally, I feel like those 2 first goals from your St. Clair Saints there just really set the tempo for this game. I mean, they found 2 early ones. I believe it was Jay on both of them. And it just really set the momentum up for the rest of the guys and was like, okay, so this is what we're doing this game? All right, bet. Like, you know what I mean? They go in there and they decide, they're just going to take control. They take control of the tempo of the game and everything like that entails it. And that's going to be wrapping us up here as soon as this one touches the ground. No way they try to find another here. Just fooling a little bit around with the ball, but it should be on the ground here now. And your St. Clair Saints will be taking Game 3 and now lead the series 2-1, putting themselves at match point. If you are now from the side of Bay State, you have to win 2 in a row if you want to come away with the series win.
Yeah, we do see a few players leaving. Not sure what's up with that. But again, I'm surprised that I'm absolutely stunned at what happened in that last game there. I honestly thought that overtime or game 1 or a 1-goal game was going to happen, and then next thing you know, Saints. So
hey, then you got the one Bay State one.
Yeah,
you gotta
Bay
give them
State,
credit where it's due.
Absolutely. And you know what? Maybe that's the goal that actually pushes them. Maybe they win the next game and push a Game 5.
Yeah, pushing a Game 5 would be crazy. I mean, both these teams have really showed that they're both out here to win. They're both out here to try their hardest and try to come through for a W. And this would be a big statement win if you are from the side of St. Clair too, considering the strength of this Bay State roster. But same for Bay State. I mean, it's also, kind of an exponential win for them as well, because this St. Clair Saints Gold roster has definitely been, near that top end of collegiate throughout this whole summer to prove that Bay State can come in here with this roster and just do the same thing to these collegiate teams as well. Would have been big for them. But as of now, at least with St. Clair, at least forcing Bay State to a Game 5 already shows that St. Clair is here to play and they are ready to go.
Yeah, and I mean, whoever wins this series, this is huge momentum leading into the regular season next week. So again, for both teams, it's like, okay, we win. We have so much momentum. Both these top tier teams, probably both at the top of the league. So seeing this, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there on that one. So your St. Clair Saints Gold roster and Bay State going to be getting underway here now in this game number 4. St. Clair has a chance to end it here. Bay State is in a must-win situation essentially right now. So big games here overall for both sides, because I know your St. Clair Saints do not want to go to a Game 5, and they won't, but never mind. El Omar Diablo going to be able to save the day there for the side of Bay State. St. Clair get a nice little shot in the net, but it won't connect. The rebound is there, and the redirect stop it, but no, Jay will just slip it in. And that one just slowly kind of rolls in up there towards that top half of the net. He will get it down. The connection is made, just rolling around, and it will ultimately cross the line. That is going to be our St. Clair Saints taking a 1-0 lead, 27 seconds into this one. And it seems like they're ready. They came here ready to work today.
Yeah, they want to end this series, and I mean, you can kind of tell they're getting a little gritty. And they had 3 demos there in the first 20 seconds there. Yep. So they had the scoring chance, and then they got a demo on that last goal. So
no!
And Jay scores.
They just flicked it around the defenders. Look, it just looks so casual. Like, look at it. It just looks so casual. And then Jay was there ready to play off it. Hits it with the corner of his car at full speed. It goes in at 100 kilometers an hour. And just like that, your St. Clair Saints take a 2-0 lead 43 seconds in. Very similar to how Game 3 started out. And look how Game 3 ended. I mean, this has got to be a concern for Bay State.
Yeah, it doesn't just off the crossbar. I believe that was Comp. Oh, man, that was close there. And, you know, Saints are just trying to end the series here, trying to get all the momentum they can heading into the regular season. And Jay's going to get this, trying to keep it in, keep the momentum up, and not letting Bay State get any offense.
Yeah, so, you know, if you're St. Clair right now, you just want to, yeah, like you said, not let them get any offense. And if they do, just shut it down right away, clear that ball, play your time. I mean, 2-goal leads aren't a lot, but considering how tough it's been for Bay State to score on the St. Clair Saints roster, I think they've only scored 3 goals all series. So for St. Clair to really already have 2 here now in game number 4, going to make things look great for your St. Clair Saints. Actually, they scored more than that. They scored like 4 or 5. But yeah, it is going to be St. Clair with that 2-goal lead already, which is massive.
Yeah, and I mean, you already have a cushion this early in. And I mean, they did have a cushion last game, but again, you have about 3 minutes to work with. That's going to be a shot on net, but Omar got a save there to keep it a 2-goal lead. I think that's absolutely what they need, and they definitely need a quick goal before Saints take another goal.
Yep, that is definitely correct. So Comp is actually looking to put it on the offense, though, and he will do so. I'm so surprised they made it by both of those defenders. Bay State, I mean, that's a big play that you're not making up on there. And Jay goes bar down, but it does not trickle through. The spin wasn't right on the ball, and it's going to come back out towards the outside. Another great shot from Comp, but it's going to go crossbar and not connect. We're about halfway through this game here now. St. Clair still leading 2-0. Bay State, the clock is slowly becoming of the essence.
Yeah, you got you have half the game left to score a couple of goals, and I mean, with scoring goals, you can't give up any goals. So you have to play perfect defense from here on out and perfect offense. He's going to get the flick there, but nobody quite there to make that, get an opportunity here. And I mean, Saints trying to start some, maybe turn it around. Oh yeah.
Oh, nobody's there for the Saints. I mean, that was just hit midair off like a 50-50 kind of play. He was just kind of floating around in midair, not thinking a whole lot about it. So Jay was just here at the ball, but Falls just coming through, soaring. Gonna send that one in. 2 minutes remaining. Bay State making this a 1-goal game. That really is gonna close in the gap between these two teams.
Oh yeah, and I mean, that was a beautiful read by Falls. And I mean, you can't ask for anything more, as that is right in front of Bay State's net, and you know, they're gonna have an opportunity here. Falls going up again, looking for a second. Gets a flip reset, but couldn't quite get it. There's going to be another center, but it's going to go to midfield. It's actually going to be cleared.
Yeah, that's a big clear to at least just try to burn some more of the clock if you are from the side of St. Clair right now. As, you know, like as we were saying, there's only 1:35 remaining. Obviously, that is a lot of time, especially in Rocket League, but the more time, the better if you are in BSC situation right now, and that is slowly something that they are running out of, especially if St. Clair can find one more goal like right now. Comp just tapping over the defenders with a Spoods assist, going to result in another goal there. Spoods, you see it, send it up there. Comp will get the tap. And that's just such a hard angle to score from. Nice little redirect, completely stopping his car midair. Going to result in a 2-goal lead back going into favor to your St. Clair Saints. Minute 24 remains, and that just makes things so much tougher on the side of BSC.
Yeah, like I said, if you have to play perfect defense or you're going to be down by 2 again, and the progress you made is gone. And so they did have an opportunity there. A huge shot by El Omar. And, I mean, defense from Saints has just been a little bit better, as that's going to be a little bit wide and going to try and get something started. Comp just missing the angle there, and maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need to start demoing more.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they need to figure it out, basically, right now, as there's only 50 seconds remaining on the clock, and you got to score a goal every 25 seconds, essentially, at this point in time. And it's not an easy task to do that by any means. I mean, we always say it where they have to score, you know, 2 goals in this amount of time or 3 goals in this amount of time, and it's so hard to do every time because it's just hard to score consistent goals every few seconds or so. So your St. Clair Saints now still maintaining this 3-1 lead as we're down now to 30 seconds remaining. And Bay State, they have very, very little time to answer back, but it doesn't look like we're going to see a whole lot here tonight.
The defense from Saints have been outstanding, especially in this game. There's been a few key saves that really kept Saints in this lead, and they're just trying to waste time, not trying to hit the ball or anything. Keep it up in there. As long as it's up in there, you're wasting time. And this series is going to go to the Saints.
Yeah. And there it is. There it is. Your St. Clair Saints going to take that game number 4 and take the series over Bay State College in a nice little fashion there. Look at Comp is fired up. He's holding up the number 1s. Let's go, Comp. That's what we like to see. They are fired up in that nest there. The momentum is there. They were nervous. They were nervous going into this game. You know, it's always good to have that confidence, that mentality saying, hey, we're going to win. Let's go. We got this. But they definitely had that nervousness in them. You could definitely see it. And to persevere through that and come through with a W there is absolutely massive for your St. Clair Saints Gold roster. And, I mean, a 3-1 win here to cap off the preseason. That momentum going into regular season just changed fully.
Oh, yeah, and I talked to Comp and Spoods, as you can see the players in the screen. I talked to them before the game, and they said they were nervous. They're like, this is going to be tough. This is a top-tier team, and, you know, they're like, well, but we're going to keep our confidence. We're going to go in and play how we normally play, and, I mean, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, 100% with you there on that one, Kermit. So now going into this next matchup, we will actually have the St. Clair Saints green roster, and that's going to be against the low and below Boise State. So, you know, that's a matchup we see quite often between St. Clair and Boise. So we're going to see it here once again, but this time with our St. Clair Saints green roster. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern here, so make sure you stay in. We are not going to end the stream or anything like that. But before we go, you know, we have a couple things we can talk about in the meantime. So starting us off, we got a new sponsor. It's going to be Crunchyroll. I'm sure you guys have heard if you have been tuning into the Saints stream lately. And you guys can get a 14-day free premium trial at crunchyroll.com/Saints if you are interested. Huge support coming from Crunchyroll lately, so we really do appreciate them helping us out here over at Saints Gaming. Now, moving on to some more of our sponsors as well. I'd like to show them some love as they also help us out so much on the production side of things. So thank you to Tim Hortons, Subway, the St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair College Alumni Association, as well as all you viewers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always, and stay with us, because we're not going to be too long until we're back here with some even more Rocket League games, and it's another great matchup. So I know we're both very excited about that one, but once again, before we go, huge congrats to that St. Clair Saints Gold roster. They made some great advancements tonight, and they played their A game. So, guys, stay with us. My name's Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside Nicholas Kermit Malosh, and we'll be right back with you guys in just a bit.